Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you how I accomplished my middle finger, which is the vertical ombre. You guys know I love the vertical ombre. It's just easier for me. But today I'm going to show you 3 different ways how to do it with 3 different types of dips. So we're going to go ahead and start with the double dip colors. This one is Hot Desire, which is the red solid, and then Cinnamon Apple is the glitter one. For today's video, you guys, I'm going to be using the Kimberz Creations dip liquids. What I like to do is I like to put my dips in a cupcake liner. This is going to help from like catching all of the fallout that you're going to have. So it helps to have like cupcake liners under your dips. So when I do the process, I like to start with my solid first and then move on to the glitter. And then after that, I'm going to switch the process and start with the glitter first and then the solid. The brushes that I like to use are these Wet n Wild eyeshadow crease brushes. You can actually get them at the dollar store or like Amazon for like 60 cents, sometimes even $1. So I just grab like literally like 10 at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump the glitter out onto the cupcake liner, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and start with our dip base. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the entire swatch. Now, if I would do this on my nail, I do this the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my entire nail or the entire swatch, making sure that the whole thing is completely covered and you have enough dip base on the nail as well as everything is even as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my brush into the first color, which is that red color, and kind of scoop it onto the brush and tap it onto the nail. After that, you're going to go ahead and tap off the excess and literally go straight right in with laying your finger down into that cupcake liner. Now, I am going to go ahead and dust off camera because I don't like to dust near my solid. So right here, what you're going to see me do is I'm actually going to use some dip base and kind of spot add where I want the glitters to be placed. I do this, like I said, all the time. The first go round, it never picks up enough glitter. So that's why I like to do a little bit of spot adding. I did put some glitters also on my napkin, as you can tell, because I'm also going to use those to kind of add those to where it seems like it needs a little bit more of like the bigger, chunkier glitters. Once you're satisfied, make sure you sift the cupcake liner where the glitter is to make sure all the glitter rises up for the second time. Because for the second time, you're going to actually start with the glitter first. So right here, I'm actually going to go ahead and add a full layer of dip base, like I did the first time, making sure it's even and enough on the actual nail. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do that scoop motion again with the brush and kind of tap over everywhere on that the opposite side where the glitter is at. Now, you guys, I do recommend you getting 2 separate ombre brushes, one for a glitter and one for a solid, just so you don't contaminate your like the dip powder. This is why I also like to dust my nail off like to the side or even off camera, because I don't want to contaminate my solid. So again, I do recommend you guys getting more than one ombre brush. That's why I always grab like 10, like I said. Okay, so this is how she's looking like so far. We're going to go ahead and spot add again, because on those side parts it looks like it didn't have enough. So we're going to go ahead and spot add again. Okay, and this is what we got so far. I always do 2 layers of like the colors that I'm doing because I like to clear cap at the end. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and do that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up and get ready for my next one. The next set of dips I'm going to be using Soul. This one is Noche and this one is Crystal Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and actually add them both to my cupcake liner because these are minis. Plus, like I said, I like the glitter spread out more. It just makes it easier for you to lay down your finger and kind of sift the glitters up to the top. Like we did before, we're going to go ahead and put a full coat of dip base, and then we're going to go ahead and start with the solid. You guys, I always like starting with the solid because on the second go round, when you start with the glitter kind of just merges with the solid better, like when you do the ombre effect. So that's why I always like to start with the solid. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this part, and then I'll pop back in a minute. By the way, you guys, I also decided to use 3 different types of glitter just to let you see how the effect works. So that crystal ball glitter is more like shards. At first I thought they were like flakes, but honestly, you would still do the same process as you would do like all the rest of them. I always start with the solid, then I would move into a flake. But this is how she's looking like. I think it came out so pretty. So again, we're going to go ahead and clear everything out, and then we're going to go ahead and start with the next one. This one is from Triple D, and we're doing Fa La La with Bamboo-tiful. Now you guys, I know you noticed my brush is a little black tinted from the Soul's Noche, and honestly, it was fine. I was actually a little afraid that it was going to stain my swatch, but it didn't. Just make sure you clean your brushes before you put them back into the bottle, you guys. Sometimes that does happen depending on how pigmented the darker colors are. Just a heads up. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start with the Fa La La transition one. I chose this one because I thought it was also going to be chunkier than the first one from Double Dip. It is a little bit chunkier. It does have bigger glitters in it, but I just wanted to show you that the effect, you can still do it if for whatever reason, like if you can tell on my swatch there's not enough of the glitter part, that's okay. Just keep in mind when you move on to the second part, or when you start with the glitter, you want to try and add a little bit more to compensate. So that's just a tip for me to you guys. So usually on my swatches, from here, I like to activate and kind of just file a little bit and put a gel top coat. But I wanted to do them exactly the same way I would do my nails. So right here, I'm actually going to clear cap all of my swatches. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate. Then I'm going to file and buff. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the top coat together. So I'm going to go and let you guys watch this part, and then I'll pop back in before the top coat. Okay, now that they're filed and buffed, we're going to go ahead and activate one more time. Now you're going to go ahead and let the activate sit for about a minute. Then you take a lint-free wipe with some alcohol on it and do a quick swipe of your nails. I did it on my swatches too. I was just off camera, so I had to end up cutting it out. But I did use an alcohol lint-free wipe with it to just wipe off any excess activator. Once you do that, now you're ready for your top coat. So like you would do all your manis, if you do this on your swatches, you want to do them the same way. The first coat, you want to do it in the least amount. And you want to make sure that you have enough top coat on your brush to cover the entire nail. Also, make sure that you wipe your brush before you return it back to the bottle. All right, now it's time for the second coat. You guys, I did speed this up for the video purposes, but this is where you want to be more precise, where you want to make sure everything is lined up evenly. Like you would do your manis, this is where you want to go ahead and clear cap your edges. For your swatches, you want to make sure that you clear cap the sides of them as well, because of course the sides are exposed. Here's how we're looking like after we did everything, and here's a slow-mo of it all. So I hope this helps you guys when you do your vertical ombres. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, you guys, and I will see you later.